The Daleks sing G&S.
I am the very model of a modern major general and information vegetable animal and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the points historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical.
Wow! Yeah, it's Thursday fun, not on a Thursday. The kiddies upstairs making soup edition. And now, more from life in California with the former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his house ponies.
Yeah. What do you like? Like some salad? No. Like this. Yeah, you have it. More? Good. Good. Oh, that's mine. Now what do you want? Yeah? Are you sure? Uh-oh. What did you do now?
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm old enough to remember the Muppets when the Muppets was actually a thing you used to watch. And my favourite Muppet was Miss Piggy, because I liked her sarcastic brand of violence. But Kermit was a close second, and Kermit has been dragged out of retirement to help cheer us all up in this time of woe.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see.
Unfortunately, there's no escaping the man. He's everywhere, every day, all the time, tweeting away. Anyway, just a short segment poking fun at the 45th President of the United States, and probably the last President of the United States if he keeps this up.
You're drenched and drowning in a Cat 4 hurricane. Call Donald Trump. He'll be right on the green. He'll see you in 2 weeks like a brick thrown in troubled water. He will weigh you down like a brick thrown in troubled water. He will weigh you down.
President suggests.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection?
Add a spoonful of Clorox makes your temperature go down. Your temperature go down. Temperature go down. Just a spoonful of Clorox makes your temperature go down. It's the latest COVID craze.
Supposing we hit the body with whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light.
A politician who distracts has very little time for facts. The scientists he's hired are perplexed. While Dr. Burks is about to barf and hang herself with her own scarf, he diatribes and recklessly prescribes.
But it sounds interesting to me.
Hopefully America will do clinical scientific trials soon on Drano. Anyway, in California, Adrian's been playing a prank on his roommate. Watch this till the end.
So I'm going to scare my roommate when he comes around the corner. He's all right. I forgot, I don't have a roommate.
I think Adrian's been locked in a little bit too long, as have some people online. But we'll get into that this week.
Good morning, everyone. Systemic divide. Not sitting at home, but I am in my office right now. So what's the purpose of this video? Should be clear. Should be clear. Getting the picture? Let's get started.
What's happening now? Is the nurse upset? I don't care.
However, for balance, and it's a balance of a sort, because I actually see Nancy Pelosi pretty much identical as a person, as a human being, to Donald Trump. You might not. I do. I think they're both the same elitists, and they shouldn't be running anything. But for balance, I have to say, if you are that rich, why are you having 2 fridges? I pretty much guarantee the woman doesn't cook for herself and hasn't for years. I guarantee she has slaves.
They asked for $250 billion in 48 hours. I said, well, I don't think so. They objected, and I congratulate the Senate Democrats.
Speaker Pelosi, what are you going to share with us from your home?
Chocolate candy.
Thousands have been forced to wait for hours at food banks all across the country.
This is
Oh my.
chocolate, and then we have some other chocolate here. We just got it restocked with the ice cream.
You don't want to eat up everything all at one time.
I can't do it much longer. I'm trying so hard.
We were, shall we say, enjoying.
Having to admit that, yeah, we're starving, and
I like it better than anything else.
Taping this segment, there are 22 million people out of work.
This specific program is about stopping job losses today.
This is hurting people bad.
Other people in our family look for some other flavors, but
Right now, it's survival mode. You don't know where that next something else is going to come from.
I don't know what I would have done if ice cream were not invented. I just wonder.
I think what offends me most about that segment is there's no vegan ice cream at all in either of her $12,000 fridges. Anyway, let us not forget, all branches of government are actually responsible for the pickle people are in, not just the opposition party, not just the opposition party. The opposition are opposing the government in a pandemic. This is a really bad idea. In Canada, they're not doing that. In the United Kingdom, they're not doing that. They're supporting the government. But then again, they largely agree with what the government's doing in terms of the pandemic. This section was from The Rising. I thoroughly recommend it. It is left and right. There is Trump and there is Bernie. And it's a great show. They actually attack people who need to be attacked based not on party lines. And that's a really good thing in terms of getting information. And I hope you will click on them and watch them, because you may not agree with all of their segments, but they really have a different take on the news. And at this point, the actual mainstream news is junk. So we're getting towards the end of Thursday Fun on a Friday. Just a little serious bit at the end, but not too serious. There's a bunch of people, a tiny minority of people in both our great countries, who actually don't believe that the virus exists, or that lockdown's appropriate, or that wearing masks or wearing gloves in public, or whatever they have to be told to do in public, that children are taught to do in terms of basic hygiene during a pandemic, is an infraction of their liberties, etc, etc, etc. And I think our Conservative Premier of Ontario sums up how I feel about them, other than the fact that he didn't want to have them machine gunned. I'd actually machine gun them.
What's happening now? Is the nurse upset?
To be honest with you, because they're absolutely what this dude says they are.
Absolutely irresponsible. It's reckless to do what they're doing. And personally, I think it's selfish. We have healthcare workers down the street at these hospitals working around the clock to protect the community. 99.9% of the people in this province are working together, side by side. That's the reason we were able to see a flattening of the curve. But then we have, a bunch of yahoos out in the front of Queen's Park sitting there protesting that the place isn't open, as they're breaking the law and putting everyone in jeopardy, putting themselves in jeopardy, putting the workers in jeopardy, and God forbid one of them end up in the hospital down the street. We're better than this. We're better than this as a people, as a province. We've proved it. And, then you have these people that want to protest. Hey, I understand that people want to get out there, but we have to be responsible. We have to make sure we've come such a long way that we protect the health and the well-being of every single person in this province. And there's no one that wants to open up the economy more than I do and everyone else, but we're going to do it responsibly. We're going to do it through the guidance of our Chief Medical Officer of Health and consultation with municipalities, consultation with our health team. But we've come such a long way. And then we have these people that want to break ranks with 14.5 million people and just go rogue. Again, it's irresponsible, reckless, and it's selfish. It just burns me up. We work so hard, and we have a bunch of yahoos out there thinking it's all right. Imagine if every single Ontarian resident acted the way they're doing, or what they're doing right now. It would set us back months. That's what they're doing. They're setting us back months by doing these reckless protests. I don't even know who these people are, but obviously they don't care about everyone else in Ontario. But thank you for that question. Sorry for being so upset, but everyone's worked so hard. And again, the healthcare workers are amazing. I'm going to be over there thanking the healthcare workers today.
Slap your mom with a Swiffer till her temperature goes down. Her temperature goes down. Temperature goes down. Spray your boyfriend with Lysol till he's 6 feet underground. It's the latest COVID craze.
Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not a doctor.
There's no vaccine. So try some Mr. Clean.
Well, that's it for me. As ever, have a great weekend. Try and have a great week. Try and be kind to people. Try to be open-minded. Try not to get yourself into a fixed position and then publicly show yourself on video to be a complete jerk. It's really not a great idea. This pandemic is real. It's not the New World Order coming for your guns or your civil liberties. It's not all about America. It is a global pandemic, and working together is the only possible solution to this. Thinking that you have a special ability not to catch COVID-19 because you don't believe it's real, that's fine, but don't leave your house and spread your germs around. I don't want them, okay? And to play us out, of course, is the incomparable Kermit the Frog. Nothing says this is a real pandemic as the return of Kermit the Frog. Doodles! This has been a Good Frog 2020 production.